Oh, it's actually been a proper stressful morning. Woke up super late, kids are ready to go to school, got black coffee, and I'm about to make breakfast. Today is a rest day, which means if I've got a chance after work, I'll try and do some cardio. If not, it just means we stick to the food plan and leave it like that. Got me? Right, as you don't know who I am, my name is Josh. I lost nearly 25 kilograms and I thought it's time to now showcase that. I'm going to do that via YouTube. This is literally going to be food, travelling to the gym and at the gym. I'm no professional by any means, so I hope you can follow along and let me know what you think. I've got the chicken in the oven at the moment. It's this new little cool hack that I found. So if you get these bags, and you can get 4 chicken breasts in them, and once they're cooked, just cut them all up into squares, put them in a box, and then you can just literally take what you need. So I have 125 grams twice a day, so I could just literally scoop out 125 in a box, and then it's like my meal prep sort of thing. And then that way it saves having to sit there and fry it all up. It's just there ready. So it's a cool little trick. They're 70p as well for a bag, this brand here. And then Nando's do one as well. They're really cool, but they're quite expensive. Right, breakfast without fail every single day. I'm having 2 bacon medallions, 3 eggs, and then 3 pieces of sourdough, which is 150 grams of sourdough. Best meal of the day. Is it? I like all the meals. The one that I don't really struggle with it. The one I find boring is the chicken, so I'll try and have that at boring times when I'm at work. And then when I'm at home, I try and have the good ones. So I'm just going to make the scrambled egg. Oh, and butter. I use the salted butter as well. So I use 10 grams in the morning, 10 grams in the evening. Great way of getting your fats in as well. And say that I am the worst chef in the world. But this is burnt crisp. My wife Luce, she's at work today. She normally makes this and it's banging. Stay at them. Yeah, so I genuinely don't really like eggs, so I really struggle to get them in. And I found that the best way to get eggs in for me personally is have them scrambled with bacon. So I like cut little squares of bacon, and then so I'll cut the squares up of bacon and then eat it with the egg, and it really masks the taste of egg. Because I tried it the other day, oh, that's a lot. I tried putting 3 eggs without bacon. It's just boring. No one just wants to eat eggs, but people do, I see, but I can't. And also make your eggs with a little bit of butter. Hey, I'm having chocolate. You can have a banana. Nah. I'll eat it though. Ready, eat it. No. I'll put it on your table. You go get the... One thing I need to look at getting is one of those frying pans that are full of plastics and shit. Like a metal one. Steel? Iron? No. Iron. Is it iron? This is one of those, it's a Tefal or something like that, where it's got full of those plastics, and there's loads of scratches on it as well, so I know they're just getting inside, but baby steps. So, in terms of my meals at the moment, I am on 3,100 calories. I still seem to be losing a little bit of weight. I keep going from 70 to 73 kilograms, which is 158 to 163 in pounds. And I'm trying to... It's taken me about 2 weeks to basically find this quote-unquote maintenance that I'm in at the moment, and I'm now, so that was about 1,900 calories, but I was feeling a bit nah. So as soon as I started on 3,100, my body reacted really well. I started to have a lot more energy, and I started to fill out a lot more as well. But the downside to when I lost all that weight is I feel really small. I am small, I'm 5'7", but in terms of muscles and stuff, I feel extremely small, and I want to fix that. If I can't grow up, I've got to go wider. So I'm debating at the moment. I think I'm just going to cruise with the 3,100 calories that I'm on at the moment. See how that goes for about a month or so, and then if that is my true maintenance, I'll probably add it by 10%. So what, 200-300 calories, which is not a lot when you deep it. So probably just add that and then sit on that for a while, see what happens. But I think that's my goal for what we are now. It's October, isn't it? Yeah, if it's October, we got November. Hang on, let me tidy it up. Oh, this is fizz, by the way, because I do a lot of cardio, like stairmasters and treadmills and stuff. It just replaces the electrolytes and the sodium that have gone. Jesus. Just replaces the electrolytes and sodium about it. If you're doing a lot of cardio, I'd probably recommend taking them. That, as well as it's also got a lot of vitamins and stuff in, which is minor in comparison to what you actually need. But the most important part is basically the salt that you're missing. If you're literally just going to the gym and living a normal life, probably wouldn't necessarily recommend it. But if you do like a lot of cardio, you have an active job as well, and you also go to the gym, like myself, then get some electrolytes in. To be honest, it's not going to hurt to get some electrolytes in anyway, but I find that they're great. I used to be, so when I was 93 kilograms, I used to basically feel awful around about 11 o'clock throughout for the rest of the day. I was on prescription iron, and I am on none of that now. I had my bloods done out of curiosity. Everything's in the green apart from the kidneys, which was the creatine part, which is obviously common if you take creatine. So, what was I saying? So we're in October now. October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. I reckon if I can stick to this for about 8 or 9 months, and that'll be without getting visible belly fat again, I reckon I could try my best to get some good muscle mass growing. That's the end goal. Try and not necessarily have a scientific approach, but not necessarily going on a scientific approach to it all, but it is also slightly scientific. I follow basically a lot of Jeff Nippard stuff. I find he's really helpful. I've learned a lot from him. But then on the second that, I also follow a lot of Sam Sulek stuff, and his approach to it is just have fun. As long as no one's getting hurt, just do you. Right, I'm going to eat this and I'm going to drive. So I will show you my next meal after this. I am now on to my second meal of the day, which is a pot of oats and a banana. So with doing this for a whole year, you learn easy tips and tricks to make life super easy, because life is not super easy. So I try and get everything prepped the best way I possibly can. So the one thing I can't prep is breakfast, because it has to be fresh. You could in theory have bacon and eggs that aren't fresh, but you understand where I'm coming from with breakfast. But then you can simply get these pots for your oats, which is in 55 grams, which goes into Macrofactor, which is my version of my calorie counting app. And I just bring a flask with hot water in, and a banana, simple. And then my second meal will be chicken and rice, which I've pre-made. I pre-cooked 900 grams, cut it all up, put it in the fridge, and then just pick at it when I need to. And it stays fresh enough to not go off, because I'm going through 250 grams per day, so that will last me, say, 3-4 days. Actually, I didn't stir it. So then all I need to do is quickly in the morning microwave a rice, put it in a box, and go for it. Whereas ordinarily I'd be like, shit, I need to cook lunch and I'll need to cook dinner. And that's the part that I really should with staying consistent. So these quick little tips and tricks are something you learn along the way, or are you watching somebody like myself or somebody else, and you can make life a lot easier. And within doing so, you stay consistent, and your discipline will just follow. You don't need motivation. Motivation's temporary. So in the morning we got the bacon, egg, sourdough. Meal 2 is the oats and the banana. Meal 3 is chicken and rice. Meal 4, I won't show you meal 4 yet, because I absolutely love it. I'll show you after, when I actually eat it. Meal 5, I'll have another chicken and rice. And then after that, it's more sourdough and a protein shake. If I don't work out that day, I will not have a protein shake. But as I say, I'm trying my best to get to the gym today, just to do some cardio, as it is rest day. But the way I started my journey, generally didn't really necessarily mean to do this. I was eating a lot of takeaways, McDonald's, Domino's, etc. And I was like, enough is enough. We're spending X amount of money on this. I don't feel good after eating it. I kept moaning, and it got to the point where having a home-cooked meal was a privilege and a treat. I was like, something's not right here. So we sorted out that diet side of things, and I actually joined up to something like HelloFresh or Gusto or something like that at the time, and I was really enjoying the food and didn't even track how much weight I was losing, but I ended up losing just under 2 stone by just changing my diet. So then noticed the scales, I was like, oh, I could go gym. So I started going to the gym from that point there. That was about a year ago now. And so I've made the mistake in the past by saying, right, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to go sort my diet out, I'm going to sort my life out. I do it for a month, not see any results, I'll just quit. And I think me changing my diet before I actually went to the gym helped me realise, because I saw results from that diet change. And I think that then kept me quote unquote motivated and disciplined enough to change my lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle change, not just a diet change or just simply going to the gym. So to me, the gym part is the fun part, and the diet aspect of it is the part that really has to be locked down. Don't get me wrong, you can have, you know, Five Guys or Chinese or whatever once a week, in my opinion, because life is not boring of such. You need to somehow enjoy the little things. Go for a meal out, just do it once a week. Just don't take the piss with it. So I'll eat this, and then I will show you my third meal after this. No, not third, the fourth. So right now I'm doing my chicken and rice, and it's not just boring chicken and rice as you would. I kind of forgot the flavour, as I mentioned earlier, with a bag. So that's chicken and rice, piri one, and then that's not VT. Normally I use the VT pots that you pierce in microwave, but this one is a bag of rice. It's like 220 grams or something like that. So I try and carb up, because now I'm going to go do some cardio. So, and my God, my lifesaver, Pepsi Max. It's Christmas or on already. Mad. So you're going to eat this and we'll do some Stairmasters. That is my cardio all done. I forgot to set my camera in, so I had to do it on my phone. So my meal that I am having now, straight after my workout, is some yogurts. I get these all prepped on a Sunday, and I probably make about 5 of them, then redo some on the weekend because it's my time off. 1 second. The only downside about taking it out of the fridge is you get all this scummy bit on top. Alright, so what we've got here is 225 grams of yogurt. Skier yogurt or whatever's available at the time, to be honest, whatever's cheapest. I think this one's like Onken, but it's not the best in protein. And then I put a tablespoon of chia seeds, which is about 10 grams, really good for fats. I used to put dark chocolate in, but I needed to lower my fat, so my fat intake, so I got rid of the dark chocolate. And to be honest, trying to break it up and put it in, it was messy and I couldn't be asked to deal with it. So yogurt, chia seeds, and then I've got 100 grams of raspberries and 100 grams of blueberries. This is probably my favorite meal of the day. My coach Tim put me on this, and it's the best thing ever. And so I always save this for after a workout or after the cardio that I do in the afternoon, because it's just banging. So I'm gonna have this, go home, see the kids, and then that's pretty much my rest day done. So there'll be 2 more meals. I've got a chicken and rice, and then 150 grams of sourdough with a protein shake. And that is basically 3,100 and something calories for the day. On the next video, I will actually be doing a workout. So I'm going to try and do these quite often. Don't think I'll be able to do them daily, but that was the chair. I don't think I'll be able to do them daily, so I'll try and aim for 4 or 5 times a week. This is a typical rest day for me, but they're quite boring and there's not much to show you. So it'll probably end up being that this will be one of few rest days to show you, unless I'm actually doing something decent on the rest day. This is typical rest day with me, and I'll try and do some more of these videos for you. Catch you later.